let's roll. So I've just finished the 5-day fast, and in this video today I want to kind of go through the whole process from the preparation until right now, day 5. I personally fasted for about 111 hours using enzymes and water and all that stuff, and I did a dry fast in the middle of it too, which was very, very challenging, one of the hardest things ever. But I need to say that out of all the cleanses I've done, out of all the fasts and protocols and everything, this one has been the most effective by far. All right, let's start with the preparation. So the day before the cleanse started, we just ate really, really lightly. I had like a fruit bowl, which was just some chopped up organic fresh fruit, a bit of blend 11, which is a seed blend, which I soaked for 24 hours before actually. And then I just put that, mixed it in, topped with a bit of coconut cream and cacao and coconut butter, and then just mixed that in, and that was delicious fruit bowl. And that night I had, because I had a pumpkin that we grew in the backyard. And so I got that pumpkin, I chopped it up, and then I just boiled slash steamed it until it was nice and soft, and then had some organic sourdough with a bit of butter, and I ate that, and that was me done. That was on Sunday, and I finished eating around 7 p.m. And then it was time to start the cleanse, the gut cleanse, day 1. That is when the whole crew came over and we all did the cleanse together. So shout out to the detox fam. It's just an epic experience. It takes it to a whole nother level doing it with friends and people. Because when I'm doing cleanses myself in the past, it's been like tough, because it's just, I don't know, your mind can kind of justify things and weasel its way out of things easier. But when you're held like with a family and crew of people doing it, then you're not just doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for the group, for the collective. Yeah, so everyone came here at 9 a.m. and then we all cracked open our detox ZenCleanz gut kits. And this is the 4th one that I've done in my life. And yeah, I must say, the most effective. And I'm going to share the exact protocol in this video, so stick around. Yeah, everyone came, and we had lots of spring water and the analemma wand to structure the water too, which Stefan brought. And so we started on our enzymes. We would pour the water, get to the perfect temperature where it's like warm, and then structure it for like a minute or two, setting good vibes into it. Pour it into our jars, add the enzymes, shake it up, and then drink it up. And every half an hour we were doing drinks. So it was like enzymes, warm water, enzymes, warm water. Every half an hour pretty much for the whole day, with some short breaks in between. So we did our first few drinks here in this very room, sang some songs, did some meditation, chilled out a bit. And then we headed over to Waterfall Gully. We brought all the spring water hot. We boiled it first and put it in thermoses and brought that. Then we had a big spring water as well, so we could have the water while we were over there. And we continued with it, and we were swimming, did some breath work, a bit of stretching, and just enjoying the sound of the flowing water and the sunshine. And we spent like a good part of the day there. And then we went to the furnace to do a sweat lodge all together, which was just an amazing way to finish the day, where we just did 3 rounds of 20 minutes in the sweat lodge, and in between just chilling out, drinking more enzymes, drinking the drinks, and feeling pretty good. But by this time you can start to feel like a bit of the movement in the gut and the bloating and all that stuff, and that's when you know that things are moving. It's stripping the stuff, it's pushing through the guts and the small intestines and purifying the body. Yeah, after that, a few of us, some of us split, some came back here and we had our last drink, and then we all went our separate ways. And that was it for the 1-day gut cleanse. On day 2, we all just fasted on liquids. Some of us also fasted using some of the liquid enzymes, adding to the water, just to increase the autophagy and give the body a bit more of a zing to like just do more of the good stuff. Yeah. And day 2 was chilled. We all were alone. Went to park, did some slackline with Jack, went to the beach, dancing room, and I need to tell you about the releases. So on Monday, I had my first release much earlier than I usually do using this gut cleanse. In the past, I would be drinking this stuff and I wouldn't actually have my first release until day 2 or later in the day, or day 3 even sometimes. But this time I had my first release on day 1 in the evening, which to me, that's actually a good sign, which means it's from going in my mouth, it's getting through my digestive system much quicker. Because in the past, it would take a long time. But this could also go with many things. Like I could be much more cleaner now because I've been eating really good and doing a bit of intermittent fasting and just staying clean, you know me. But it could also be due to the fact that this cleanse I was much more relaxed because I've done it a lot of times. And since I was kind of facilitating and holding the space for the group, it was like my job to keep my energy good. And yeah, so I was much more relaxed, which means my body wasn't tense and holding on to things. And we were in nature, man, just enjoying ourselves. So since there was no tension in the body, it could just like flow through it. And that could be another reason why, yeah, a lot came out. Yeah, the first release was just like, yeah, if you've done the kit before or you're gonna do it, you'll know the first release is just a lot of the product, just making its way through and cleaning its way. And then I had another release when I came back here after the sweat lodge, and that was like some of the, I can already see like some stuff that's been stuck in my gut coming out, some old shit. Day 2, I had a release in the morning, which was pretty huge, and I was like, oh, that could be done. But I was wrong. So I went to dancing room on Tuesday night, and then I'm like dancing, having a good time. There's like pretty high energy, good music, and I'm like, fuck, gotta go to the toilet. Run into the bathroom, quickly like just made it, and then I'm like, because I like to squat, so you don't want to be sitting when you're doing a poo. You want to be like squatting. So I like squatted on the toilet seat, held onto the handicap railings, and it was just like, and it probably filled up. This is a plant, so probably filled up this much of stuff. It was like fiber, old shit, mucoid plaque for sure, and man, who knows what else, and just filled it up. And then I was like, whoa. And then I quickly put on my Speedos, and then I ran into the ocean and just like cleaned up, like washed myself, and I was like, yeah, feeling good. Then I came back up because I wanted to do some sun gazing, and I'm standing there like just chilling. I was talking to Caleb at the time, and we're like just bouncing up and down, sun gazing, talking about some cool stuff. And then I'm like, oh man, there's no way. I could feel my stomach like moving again. And then so I went to the bathroom. I couldn't finish the rest of the sun gazing. I probably had 5 minutes left, but I couldn't even hold it. And I ran to the bathroom, and literally by a split second, if I was a little bit longer, it would have all came out, and everyone would have been embarrassing. Everyone at Henley Beach would have seen it. But good thing I made it. Right back into the same toilet, handicap one. Managed to only get one foot of the toilet, and then my guts like just all came out, and it was more than the other one. But it actually felt so complete. It was like a suction cup. And this is the biggest release I've ever had in my entire life, 2 back to back. And I was looking at it and I'm like, whoa, what have you done? And I was like feeling a sense of accomplishment, but also like absolutely completely empty. It was like the guts just dropped out of your stomach, and you're like, whoa, I must be completely clean. And let me add in the few little hacks that I did that may have caused this big release and the improvement of the cleanse even. I even enhanced the cleanse. So it was, let me think. Okay, so I did the cleanse. Then the next day I was having liquid enzymes. This is the Tuesday, day 2. And actually, since I opened the rainbow cleanse, because I had a rainbow cleanse and I opened that, and I took out 2 sachets of the fiber crystals. And I ate one of the sachets in the morning, and then I ate another sachet on the way to dancing room in the car with my liquid enzymes. And I am pretty sure that those fiber crystals must have caused like an atomic bomb, like just a massive like broom just going through the bowels, sucking up everything and then blasting it out. And yeah, okay. Then that night I was went home to Ina's house, fell asleep, and the funny thing is, every night that I was doing this cleanse, I was waking up wide awake at like 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m. And I'd wake up and I would think it's like daytime, and I'd get up and it'd be still dark. So I'd meditate, I would like try to lie down and sleep, and I'd walk around and do some stuff. And then eventually I would head back to bed and go to sleep. But it's like, I don't really know what to do in that stage sometimes, because I don't want to like turn my phone on or turn my computer on or like do anything. So I just meditate a bit. And then, so day 3, we're at Henley Beach. I had another release that morning before going, but it was just like some little drips and drags and all that stuff. And this day 3 was a dry fast. So I think out of the whole crew, only me and Stevan decided to do the dry fast. And that was tough because you don't drink water the whole day. You don't eat anything, you don't drink water, you don't do nothing. And good thing we're at the beach, so you can kind of swim and like you can touch water on your skin and it feels good. But it was a hot day too, so I was really struggling. And you didn't have much energy at all. So I was like trying to go for a walk from Henley to Grange Jetty, and I was like walking so like slow, and just like dragging my feet, and then just kind of curled up into a ball and was just lying on the beach. So just feeling like all the energy's just like gone. My stomach's empty, all the energy's out. And I managed to get home in the afternoon. I'm sitting around a house, and I'm like, man, I need to be in nature. So I drive to Waterfall Gully, and I'm just lying there on the ground, listening to the sound of water. And this is a bit of a sidetrack. There was like a horsefly, one of those like ones that flies that bite. And I was there talking to Nico, and he said that, oh, these flies like can actually heal you and stuff if you don't hit it off and kill it, because they could be actually trying to help you out by like crawling around and drilling into your skin and sucking blood and doing all this stuff. So I let it do all this stuff to my knee, and it was hurting. They actually hurt a lot, these flies, and now I've got all these red dots on my knee. So I'm not sure if it did anything. I was literally sitting there for like 20 minutes watching this fly biting my knee in all these places and like just feeling the pain. I was like, man, maybe it's acupuncture or meridians or something. But yeah, and it hurts more than mosquitoes, much more. And then I went for a swim at Waterfall Gully, and then all of a sudden, when I came out of the water, maybe because I stayed in the cold too long, because I did like 5 or 6 swims that day in the cold, then my nose started like playing up and having hay fever, and it was running, and I was sneezing, and I got so upset. And then I drove home, and I was like, man, I'm meant to be feeling better from fasting, but my nose is bothering me. And in the past, like the sinuses and the nose congestion and irritation has always been just a big problem for me, and it's always been a big trigger. But yeah, I got home, and it was 22 hours in the dry fast, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna break it. I'm not in a good mood right now. So I grabbed some water, drank that, and then I started to feel a bit better, grabbed some enzymes and drank that, and then I was like, yeah, but my nose was still messed up. So I was like, man, I'm just gonna go to sleep. I can't handle this. Went to sleep, had a pretty rough night again because my nose, and then I woke up at 2 a.m. again, and I was like, what do I do? But then, all right, day 4, Thursday. This is the last day of the cleanse, and I was scheduled. This is the really key stuff that shows it works. Like I always knew the gut cleanse was good, but I'd never realized how good the ZenCleanz One Day Gut Cleanse is and how effective it was. I was like, yeah, it clears you out. But here's the thing. Thursday, I booked in for a Colonic at 2 p.m. And in the past, here's some context, I have fasted for like 10 days and then did 3 Colonics in a row and still had so much shit coming out of my gut. And on literally 3 Colonics in a row, and stuff was all still coming out. This is after eating nothing for 10 days, only having watermelon juice and water. And this time I went to the Colonic, and I went for about 45 minutes. Not a single like solid piece of poo came out. Like maybe just like some dirty like brown colored water, and some like, there was a lot of like bubbles, and the lady said it was fermentation. So I'm not sure what that's good or not. But that was a weird one, because yeah, when I went to toilet yesterday as well, after the Colonic, there was a lot of foam and bubbles on top, but not much stuff. And she said it was your body clearing out all like the fermentation in the gut and everything like that. But yeah, this is how effective it is, that only after doing the cleanse and then fasting for 2 days, when I did the Colonic, nothing was left. The whole colon must have been like almost completely clean. And yeah, it was good. So I came home, and I was gonna break the fast, but I was like, you know what? You want to end it on like a really high note. So I didn't break the fast. I was like, I'm gonna push on another day and get to 111 hours, because that's a good number. And so today I woke up. This is the day, and I was chilling, and then I had some cold pressed celery juice, the organic biodynamic one, and I went to the park, and the sunrise was coming up, and I was doing my yoga, qigong, meditation, and feeling like so happy and so good. Everything's slow motion. This is like the peak of my life. And then I got the celery juice and I drank it, and it tasted like disgusting. Like the taste of it was so bad. And I used to drink celery juice all the time. And then my body started to feel bad from it. But I remember saying like that fucking medical medium guy was like, everyone needs to be drinking 16 ounces of celery juice at least every single day, and saying all this stuff. But it actually hit me in the park that you're responsible for your own body. Don't take anyone else's word when they tell you you must do this or what's good for your body. I don't care if it's like the medical medium claiming that he's got like some contact with the alien spirits, or Chinese medicine, Ayurveda, the monks, the Indians, Chinese, Western medicine, food pyramid. You need to be in charge of your own body. Don't just watch something on YouTube or someone just talking about what works for them and saying, this must work for everyone. Liver king, everyone eat raw liver, do this stuff. You need to listen to your own self. And yeah, it just wasn't work for me. So I was like, you know what? This tastes bad to my mouth and it is not feeling good in my body. So I'm not going to put myself through this torture. So I put it away. And then I came back and I was like all revved up after the park, and I was like, let's break the fast. So I did some stuff, did a bit of business. And then I made bone broth, because apparently bone broth, it was actually calling to me, bone broth is like full of collagen and minerals and everything, and like gelatin, and that just like lines the gut. After clearing it all out, you want something to go in that's like a bit more soothing, so it lines the whole gut and everything. And we had the bone broth. I used the best of bone one, because I just like that one. It's like marrow bones and slow cooked and everything. Bone broth, a tablespoon of coconut oil, and I used ginger tea that I made that morning in it, so it was like a gingery flavor. And then I zhuzhed it, so it was nice and frothy, almost like a bulletproof coffee kind of consistency. And I sat here and I just drank that, and then I could feel like a bit of the strength starting to return, because I've been feeling really, really weak for the last few days, like not much energy at all, because the body's just gone into like healing mode, and it's just cleansing, and it just doesn't have any energy to output. And also, let me quickly tell you, I started the cleanse weighing about 68.5 to 69 kilograms, and I weighed myself last night and I was 64.5 kilograms. And I'm just going to show you my body now. So, and partly is for my own stuff. So this is how 64.5 kilograms. This is the lightest I've been like in a really long time. And what I'm actually the most excited to do is get back into training, but not the kind of training that I was doing before, going to the gym and going the Ziz kind of stuff, which really, really served me so good for the last 10 years, but it's not serving me anymore because it was causing imbalances. It was hurting my shoulder, hurting my life and making me not flexible anymore. But I'm going to develop the ultimate training routine for myself, like combining all the things that I love and that's actually fun, like yoga, jiu-jitsu, some climbing, calisthenics. Maybe I'll achieve my goal of doing a planche push-up and like the front lever and all those cool, and swimming and walking a lot as well, and maybe some sprinting if my knees can get back into shape. Yeah, so I'm excited to build on this foundation, but that's going to come in a later video. I'll like talk about what I discover and what works best for me. I broke my fast, and then I did some more business, packed some cacaos and some shilajis, because the shilaji came in. Oh, and while I was fasting, I was actually having some shilaji every day, which is just like some minerals, which definitely supports the body. And this is some potent stuff. So I was going to the waterfall to fill up more water today. And then I was like manifesting, I hope I can find a fig tree so I can eat some fruits directly off the tree and have the highest life force. And then lo and behold, boom, I see a fig tree just over the fence. So I park my car, jump over the fence, pick the figs, making sure the sap doesn't drip in my fingers and everything. And then I sat down in this chair and just ate about nine figs, fresh, like nice green ones that are red inside. Ate the figs, and then I was feeling good. Went to the waterfall, and then I just lying down, chilling out. had a swim, went underneath the waterfall, and then I saw a couple blackberries, swam over and climbed up the bank, ate the blackberries, came home, and now I'm here making this video. And then I had 3 peaches, white peaches, that my friend Nico gave to me yesterday when I saw him at the waterfall, and I ate the 3 peaches. And yeah, now I'm here. My energy is like coming up pretty quick, and I just wanted to make this video. But just to like kind of sum it all up, if you've watched it to the end, so far my best advice would be to do the gut cleanse on day 1. In the past, I've done a fasting before the gut cleanse for sometimes 10 days of juice fasting, and then the gut cleanse, and then after. But I recommend do the gut cleanse early in a fast, so you can fast a little bit longer after on enzymes and liquids, and that way you're gonna get more out of the kit. And in the future, I don't think I'm gonna even bother doing a colonic or wasting money on a colonic now that I know how effective the cleanse was. So 1 day doing the cleanse was more effective than 10 days of watermelon juice fasting and 3 colonics. It cleared up the colon and gut much more than that. So that's just, really stoked and happy with that. And now my body's super clean, so just gonna build on this body. Now talk about a little bit about post. I might make another video in the future talking about what works best. But yeah, having quite a lot of bone broths at the moment, that seems to be calling me, and it just goes easy. The fruit has been going pretty easy, a little bit like unsettling. Like I burped a couple times after eating the fruit, and I could feel it kind of sitting there. But that could also be because I ate the fruit and then went swimming, or I ate too fast. Making sure to chew your food a lot and eat slowly. And then I'm just gonna try to stay disciplined in a healthy way without over controlling, but still very like disciplined and holding my willpower when I can. So eating the foods that my body wants, not what everyone else is eating or what people expect of me. Going to the farmers markets, eating organic, good food combining, and smaller portions, not just stuffing my face. Just got to be a bit more conscious with my eating. And then just using this because my body's super sensitive now. So using this as a great reset period where I can tune into what I actually need right now in this time, and then have the discipline and motivation to follow it. And let's just keep getting healthier and healthier and building up on this really good foundation and see what happens. Namaste.